In today's climate, being safe is priority number one. With crime on the rise, we're all left with this magical question. How can I be safe and protect my family? Well, Professor Griff is offering a course that's similar to laser tag, but it's for adults. This safe and firearm-free course will train you in real-life scenarios so that you can avoid being a victim. This course is growing in popularity as a date night out. Add fun and excitement back into your love life, and the reviews are incredible. For more information, call this number below.
All right, greetings, family. We are black in the building. Of course, y'all already know this is Professor Griff, Minister of Information, Public Enemy. I guess the enemy that you love to hate, or hate to love. Nah, I think it's love to hate. Anyway, today's topic: President Joe Biden's State of the Union. All right, when I kind of see who Biden was talking to as I sat and listened. First, I was on my way somewhere or coming back, and I listened to his speech. Then I kind of came in and pulled it up so I could watch it. And yeah, it was kind of interesting. I was taking some mental notes, and I said to myself, wow, I wonder what aspect and what part of that was actually for us, or is all of it for us, and we just need to kind of pick through it, all right, and just get the dark meat, I guess. I don't know. Y'all help me out. Just asking the question. Facilitating a conversation here. That's it. All right? Nothing more, nothing less. All right? So help me out, fam. Shout out to everyone on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, and of course over here on IG. All right. So I'm thinking maybe the conversation was broad enough to seem or to give the impression that it's inclusive of everyone that consider themselves Americans, but are we getting the same treatment under the law? Are we reaping the same benefits? All right. Has racism, white supremacy lowered its standard to the point where it's going to take a break, and rather than this country being based on racism, white supremacy, we could kind of start over and issue in a system of justice for everyone. Let me ask the audience something. So just be very transparent and very honest with me. The last time you put your hand over the heart and sang the Star Spangled Banner, or when was the last time you pledged allegiance? You said they pledge allegiance to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag. Help me out. I'm just curious. No, no one really. No, it's been a long time. Pledge of Allegiance, yes. Just want to know. I've seen some Negroes at baseball games and basketball games standing up, a Pledge of Allegiance, singing the Star Spangled Banner, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm just curious. I'm just asking a question. All right. At the graduation, Krista music. Okay. And why did you deem it necessary? Oh, you was at your graduation and you deemed it necessary because of what? is that you truly, peace, Quan, what's good with you? You deemed it necessary to pledge allegiance, and do you truly pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America? Some people do it for peer pressure. You said, okay. State of creation, peace, what's good with you? So we do it because of what? We pledge allegiance to the flag and we sing the Star Spangled Banner for what? Because if America's not going to recognize us as complete 5/5 human being and give us equal justice under the law. She says, no, I really didn't find it necessary to recite it, but I did recite it because I wanted to see if I can actually remember it. All right, I got you. So, Whitney, you said you was told to do it? Okay. Yeah. Did you hear the Negro last night talking about there's no such thing as racism, white supremacy? What Negro was that from South Carolina? I think it was a Democrat, Republican from South Carolina. Racism, white supremacy doesn't exist, he said. Hold up. Racism, white supremacy. Supremacy. Tucker Carlson says white supremacy is a hoax. Okay. We're not talking about you, Tucker. There's a Negro that said this. Tim Scott. Oh, thank you. Let's look up Tim Scott. Thank you very much. Timmy Scott. Why? I put it in Google. I put Tim Scott, then I put his quote, and I put it in quotation marks. It's coming up empty. On Google? For real? Okay. What was his exact words, family? Help me out. I don't know. I'll just put racism. How's that? Kamala Harris agrees with Tim Scott that the U.S. is not racist. Wow. Okay. So Biden and Harris respond to Tim Scott's claim that U.S. is not racist, stressing racism must not be ignored. Okay, Tim Scott. So the U.S. is not racist. I'm just help me out. We're just piecing apart Joe Biden's talk last night. His State of the Union. So Tim Scott, President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris on Thursday agreed with South Carolina Senator Tim Scott that the United States as a nation is not racist, but added that the country has a history of racism. So if I have a history of breaking in your house, am I not a burglar? Help me out, family. If I have a history of writing books, am I not an author, a writer? Yeah. If I have a history of, yeah, help me out. I just need some kind of response from somebody because this is ridiculous. Just the statement in and of itself is ridiculous. Well, Tim Scott is a Republican. Okay, I see why now. Yeah, I remember talking about him. I don't think we talked about this, though. Yeah, of course they will look at Harrison and Biden records when it comes to. Okay, so I just need the question answered before we move on. So is America racist? And can we give a few examples if America is racist? Because maybe I'm just one of the rare ones that look at a statement like that and be like where do you live, bruh? Biden passed on if he thought America was racist, told NBC News in an interview Thursday. Nope, I don't think American people are racist, but I think after 400 years, African Americans have been left in a position where they are so behind the eight ball in terms of education, health, in terms of opportunity. I think the overhang from all of the Jim Crow. You talk about America's not racist, but you talk about Jim Crow. The idea of Jim Crow and its practice and its laws and its support and its energy is racist. Am I right or wrong? I'm just asking some basic questions. All right. So President Biden's State of the Union, when he's talking to the American people, my question is now, because South Carolina Senator Tim Scott basically said America is not racist. I'm just asking the question because President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris agreed with him. But then further on in the article from CNN Politics, it talks about the whole idea of Jim Crow. Is not Jim Crow and its practice racist? That's all I'm asking. I'm facilitating the conversation. This is not Professor Griff's opinion. This is not Griff. I'm just facilitating the conversation. Let's talk. Is America racist? And if so, give me an example. Tuskegee syphilis experiment, redlining, Jim Crow. Need we say more? Need we say more? Slavery? Thank you. So can we honestly say that racism is interwoven into the fabric of who and what America is? So in 2021, as of yesterday, the president comes on TV and he gives a State of the Union. The Union, according to the amendments of the Constitution, includes Black people, right? Okay. So now, I'm just trying to understand. So a Republican, Black man, Tim Scott says, America's not racist. I'm just curious as to where that comes from. What mindset do you have to have in order to come up with that genius-ass idea? All the world is a stage, Griff. You know this is probably the most racist country built and ran off of racism. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Ma'am, this Dr. Model, really appreciate that. And it's absolutely correct because I'm seeing some of the examples in which I don't think Kamala Harris or Biden or Tim Scott can answer for. Redlining just alone. Jim Crow alone. All right. We're not even going to get to slavery yet. All right. Kamala said it's not racist. Oh, yeah. So the mindset, though, help me out with this answer for this next question. Where does that mindset come from? And what kind of job do you have to have? And who do you have to be to make a statement like that? And that's fine with you. The prison pipeline, okay. Quan said the prison pipeline. Quan said absolutely, because of the judicial system, police force, education, banking, redlining, slavery, Jim Crow. Okay. I think the days of sitting on the back of the bus is kind of old. But I'm saying that from then to now, are we sitting in the back of the classroom, not physically, but are we the last hired and the first fired when it comes to equal opportunity in reference to jobs? Thank you very much. So we have to look at the gamut right across the board of the 9 areas of people activity that our elder, now ancestor, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, asked us to look right across the board. Does racism exist in entertainment? Does racism exist in education? Does racism exist in economics, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war? And I want to add health. Does racism exist? If it does, and those are the areas of people activity, then how could you say, even in the Star Spangled Banner and the Pledge of Allegiance, even in the documents, even in the history books, we can see racism? How could you not say, or how can you fix your mouth to say, America is not a racist country? I'm going to say something, and please do not get angry, but it'll be a cool thing if you did get angry. My phone number is 678-557-2919. America's pathology is her denial. Okay, do me a favor then. Look up pathology and look up denial. America's pathology is her denial. America's pathology is her denial. Talk to me, fam. I mean, that's an aspect of my summation of trying to deal with this concept, or this statement that this Republican senator. But it all depends on this senator's definition of racism. Okay? Can you please answer my statement, family, if y'all can? I could put it in a true and false kind of question scenario, but help me out. Is America's pathology her denial? All right? Is America's pathology her denial? When you're a pathological liar, when you have these intentional ideas, concepts, themes that because you are the one that construct this whole idea of race and this whole idea of all the and responsible for all of the areas of people activity. And it's constant every generation. And every generation that's born here in America have to fight and deal with the same situation. Does it not become a pathology? If you keep denying over and over the rightful existence on a human level, this is why I always say that white people have to reimagine the idea of what being a human is like or about, right? If you stay in denial, what tends to happen? You're right. The science of America continue to cycle, but deny what's going on right in front of your face, hidden in plain sight, is denial. We see it happening, but yet we go to the courts and they say it's something else. We see it happening. We come with the data, they say it's something else. We see it happening. We come with facts, they say it's something else. We see it happening. We come with footage, they say it's something else. So we already know from the outstart of America's existence, we know it's based on a lie. George Washington did not cut down the cherry trees and lied and said he didn't. He did. The whole idea of Christopher Columbus discovering America, he didn't. Just Leif Erikson and all the other, Amerigo Vespucci and the whole lie. Christopher Columbus discovered America. Let's just talk about that for 15 seconds. Christopher Columbus never stepped foot in America. I'm going to let y'all marinate on that. America is not racist, but you carry the same lie over and over and over and over, and you think it's not pathetic and pathological? Your denial, and you believe your own lies? So you turn around and you have a Columbus Day in America, a place that he's never been. You would think he'd been to Columbus, Ohio, Columbus, Georgia, Columbus, wherever. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 he didn't. No, he didn't. Never did. But we turn around now, and for the sake of getting a good grade, we regurgitate the lie. And then when we grow up, we're too fearful enough to challenge the lie. But because Professor Griff challenges the lie and talks about the liar in his pathology, Professor Griff is hated. Come on. Come on. Stop. I want to piece apart Joe Biden's hour-long talk. That would be a whole seminar. The whole idea of making sure everyone gets fed at the table. And then when it comes to black people, you get an aerial view of the table where black people are sitting. There's no plates in front of us. And everybody else in America is eating. Everyone else is eating. Some people are eating and on a diet. Come on, family. It's just basic. It's not, it's not hard to get. It's not hard to understand. You just got to move out of the way some of the things that's blocking your understanding. Like this Senator Tim Scott. What would possess him to say America's not racist? No, Nadia, you probably absolutely correct. We need to create our own table, our own plates, and make our own food. So, family, if we get time, and I really don't think we have time to kind of piece apart this talk, what are some of the things that stood out to you if you saw Joe Biden's State of the Union? Now, understand the code language that they use. Do we understand what does he mean when he says bipartisan? What does he mean when he says on both sides of the aisle? What does that mean, family? Let's just get some basic things out of the way if we're going to have the talk, right? Can we get some basic things out of the way? Come on now. Let's get basic things out of the way. What does he mean by bipartisan? Come on, this is serious minds, right? Serious minds for serious minds. Seriously. What is bipartisan? What does the code language that they use, and it may not even be code language, maybe they just understand it and we don't. Both sides of the aisle. What does that mean? Tariq, okay, involved. I got you. But come on, give me a definition of meaning. The meaning of it. Thank you, William Wolf. Both sides are in cooperation. Bipartisan. Democrat, Republican. All right. Both sides are in cooperation. All right. Okay. Got you. All right. Now, both sides of the aisle. What is that? What does that mean? See, a lot of times when we listen, we have to start listening and start writing some of these things down so we can get a deeper understanding. Both sides can agree and not lose votes. Bipartisan. Both sides of the aisle. What is the aisle? I know some of it is Masonic language. I know some of it is steeped in black and white magic, but come on, fam. Talk to me. Help me out. I already know that. I've been saying that for years. They two wings of the same damn bird. I got all of that, family. I want y'all to think. Come on, think with me. Y'all are guessing. If y'all put one more thing on that screen, answered Griff. What does that mean? Answered Griff. He said gaslighting white supremacy. Both sides of the aisle, meaning both black and white, is include. No, that's not what that means. No. 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 Look at my comment. I see arrows on one comment. Biden lied last night. Is that it? No. What comment? Sunday? No, Quan. You got to put it up there again. I don't see it. The seating in the chamber is broken into Republicans. Republicans and Democrats are seated on one. Republicans on one side and Democrats on the other. Down the middle is the aisle. Thank you, Opio Socona. Really appreciate that, bro. All right. If you watch what happened, if you watched what happened last night, Democrats are on one side, Republicans on the other. So when he talks about both sides of the aisle and bipartisan this and bipartisan that, then know the language. Then we can successfully and have a deeper understanding when we go to decode the language of racism, white supremacy, so they don't talk by us, over our heads, or not to us at all. All right? Okay. Got it. So now, President Joe Biden talks about his family plan and to make sure all of the children get health care. All of the families with children get a decent education. All of the families with children get busing and get tax breaks and this kind of thing. The question now becomes, is he talking about us? That's all. Plain and simple. It's a simple question. So if it's a bipartisan ruling on both sides of the aisle, why are there any black people on any side of the aisle that speak to black people's concerns? I'm just asking a question. Help me out. Who? Maxine Waters? Okay. Yeah, I'm not even going to read that, bro, because you're playing. I'm not here to play. At least not right now. No, sir. No blacks in high office can speak on the behalf of black people who hold office because they are scared. Okay, I hear you. I'm just asking some basic questions, fam. Trying to bring us up to speed on this game that they call politics. All right, and try to get people to understand things on a basic level. So when we have these kind of conversations, we'll be able to at least understand why it's going to take a more dynamic and forceful thrust to speak truth to power, because we have to speak through a degree of ignorance on both sides of the aisle. The Black Caucus is supposed to do that as a group in Congress. Do you know anyone in the Black Caucus? Congress, pardon me. You know any black congressmen, congresswomen who are supposed to speak up for black people? You said those Sambos and Mammies are handpicked for that reason. The real people that they are making rules or plans for are not present. So is it that we have to make our presence felt, or put the pressure on those that are supposed to be going there to represent us? And if they're going there to represent us, how could we allow them to say America's not racist when we live it every single day? You said they're sellouts, Marco. Have they even bought in? How could they sell out and they never bought in? These are some of the questions that we have to ask, all right, in order to gauge. Because there's some Negro nests going on. There's some bootlicking going on. And the thing about it, when you really look at it, they're not getting much. They're getting a pat on the head, they're getting their back rubbed, and sent on about their business. A paid black lobbying firm can do this unless we want civil rights groups to continue to do it. The vast majority of young people can't even name civil rights organizations. If you ask them what is SNCC, they don't know. CORE, CLC, SCLC, pardon me. They probably know one. NAACP. They can't define what Black Lives Matter even is. Who's speaking for black people? Question now becomes on a broader scale. Where's your friends? Where's your friends in this country, black man and woman? Where's your friends outside of this country? Who's your friend? What friends do we have? It's just a basic question I'm asking. I'm having a party. It's a revolutionary party. I want to send out invites. Who should I invite? Charlie, Black Factory. I'm a young black man in Mississippi. I want to attempt to bridge the gap that keeps us divided. I have your book and many other. Give thanks. BLM is another NAACP. Well, family, I say we go back and we watch his talk, State of the Union, that happened last night. Let's write down some notes. Let's come back together and let's talk about it in a real way. All right. Dr. John Henry Clark told us years ago, we have no friends. All right, fam. This is Professor Griff. It's been an interesting talk. I wish I could say I'm getting off here feeling full and satisfied with the conversation we have. I think partly so, but I truly want us to raise the vibrational pitch of our thinking into the mind of God so we can understand the tricks that the devil is playing on us. All right? Love you all to life, man. It's Professor Griff. Peace, family.
Serious Minds Brain Tonic was created to sharpen the mind by protecting cells and increasing neurotransmitters associated with learning and memory. This is the Serious Minds Brain Tonic. The Resurrection Formula. This male reproductive tonic elixir is the resurrection you've been looking for. It is a stimulating sexual tonic with mild androgen-like effects that is nourishing to the reproductive system. You can order them at www.professorgriff.me and www.seriousmindsinstitute.com. Just call 678-557-2919. Your health is your wealth. Peace.
Do your children love learning? At the Institute for Self-Mastery, we've been homeschooling for 10 years. We didn't just hop on this because of what's going on now. Check us out, the Institute for Self-Mastery, ismhomeschool.org. Peace.